Yep.
Just drinking on my sweet victory.
You already know what it is.
Big
Y'all
Dub
already know.
Sunday.
You already know what it do.
Pile up the hashtags.
Shit. I'm about
Big
to tell y'all
Dub
something.
Sunday.
About to tell y'all something. About to tell y'all something. Tag your Falcons friends. Tag your Falcons family. We about to talk some Falcons football. Well, how about that? Well, shit. How about that?
You know what I say to that? Fuck the Power Rankings.
How about them power rankings?
Good evening, people.
I know what a lot of folks were thinking. Come on tonight. Falcons finna lose. What are they gonna tell us? How they gonna be positive and keep the energy going with a loss at that Benz? No, it ain't that.
Yeah,
Falcons playing 4 quarters of football tonight, getting the job done.
Who gave us a
Walking
chance?
out the Benz with a win, a dominating win. Falcons fans, 28-14. We lit. God, y'all lit in the chat. Chat's going crazy. Chat is going crazy. I'm trying to keep it, chill to my voice, man. You know what I'm saying? Chat.
Yeah, I have
lots
no
of
voice.
Screaming, lots of alcohol today.
I have nothing left.
But it's a good damn feeling. And
I'm dehydrated.
We are. Yeah. We went through a lot today. Falcon fans. Get my water, man. I'm drinking water now.
This is
Falcon
water.
fans. The taste of victory feels very good, man. What did Buddy say on the train? This is delicious.
Delicious.
This is delicious.
I don't know. Yeah, some rando said that this is a delicious victory.
Falcon fans, how y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Tag your Falcons friends. Tag your Falcons family. We might have some 49er fans up in here. We talked to a lot of them today. I'm sure they got a lot to say. Bubble comes to the chat. We're going to get to the chat before we get to what happened today with the Falcons and 49ers. Hell, we're going to get to what's going on around the league, too. Man, so much shit changes on Sunday. When they talk about any given Sunday, they mean that shit. It's for real. Saw it today.
Not a soul. Not a soul in America gave us a chance.
Let's go. Let's get to it. Twitter going crazy. Shout out to everybody in here. One time for the fan. Of course, we're talking Falcons football every Wednesday, every Sunday at 8 p.m. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Hit that subscribe button. Call your friends. Call your Falcons family. We're enjoying the win, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Got that? Anybody got this one? Anybody got this throwback at? Anybody got this one? Let me know if y'all got it.
People got this one.
One time, rise up. Great win. Great seeing you guys in the house today. Yeah, we was lit down there. Mr. B, we was lit.
Matthew Bass.
Justin Newman, what's good? What's good? Lisa Shepard, we did it, y'all. We did do it. This ain't a shock the world moment, but this is a definitely wake the NFL moment. Wake your ass up and realize what the fuck is going on out here.
We knew we could do that shit. We knew we could do that shit, and we did it. We just had to play 4 quarters, like Jack said. 4 quarters get you this dominating victory.
Dominating. I talked about it a couple of weeks ago. I posted about it on the Falcon on my on the One Time for the Fan page. I said it. You have to get a dominating win sometime soon to make the fans in the NFL become believers. Here, I know Falcon fans, they're, people's 50-50 about how the Falcons will be this season. Some want them to not do well so they can get a nice draft pick. Some want them to do well and go to the playoffs and win the Super Bowl with the roster that we have. Anything can happen. And you've seen today, power rankings.
What's that?
Power rankings don't mean shit.
Nothing.
Didn't mean shit. 49ers got their ass beat for 4 quarters today. Straight up. It is what it is. Just got to call it like how it is. I mean, even when it was 14-14, you still felt like the Falcons had a big chance to win this game because we was up 14-0. Shout to the Kiara in the chat. Rise up with the dub. Let's go. Dre's in the chat. Steve Correga's in the chat. Big dubs. Big dubs in the chat. Big Dub Sunday in the chat. Hashtag Big Dub Sunday. Hashtag Big Dub Sunday in the chat, Falcons fans. We lit today. Whatever you're drinking on, whatever you're doing, if you're at the house watching the Sunday night game, if you're cooking, if you're with your family, glad for y'all to be here. We about to talk about the Falcons and the 49ers game. We just get into the chat. Big Dub Sunday. Hashtag Big Dub Sunday in the chat. Benny Smith is up in here. What's up, Benny? Facebook user. How you doing, Facebook user? Good to see you. Just don't know who you are. But go down here. Lisa Shepard, who said we were the worst team in the league. Who said that?
Everybody.
Who said that?
They say we was gonna win 2 games. How many games we won yet?
Y'all better start tagging these folks on Twitter who said the Falcons gonna win 2 games.
Bring them.
Better start tagging. I guarantee you,
point them out.
The games that they chose for us to win were not Cleveland, Seattle, and San Fran. Mm-hmm. I can tell you that right now. It was not that. They probably picked the Panthers twice, but it was not that. And if you look at the games that the Falcons played earlier this season, you really have a chance to be 6-0, 5-1, 4-2. So much on the positive side of things. But the Falcons with a big win today. And we're going to talk about who's going to get the game ball. We're going to talk about who did their thing tonight, playing against the 49ers. What did the Falcons do that was just so impressive? To beat a team that was pretty much top 10 and a lot of damn stats across the NFL. Top Super Bowl 10. They're talking about
contending team.
They're talking about this as being a Super Bowl contending team, from their defense to their tackles for loss to their sacks to their turnover ratio. It was like top 10 for everything. They had them at number 4 on the power rankings. Number 4 in the NFL at 3-2. Falcons were 23.
They're going to drop now.
Power rankings don't mean shit. And we told them 49er fans that, we got a lot to talk about tonight. I want to get to the story about when I, told that Shanahan story and I got deep into that 49er soul. And he was looking at me like, I'll never want to be a 49ers fan after hearing this story. Told him about Shanahan. He was over there ranting and raving like, bro, why are you over here chopping for it? Your coach is Kyle Shanahan. Like, chill, bro. Like, you don't know who Shanahan is? I'm finna tell you who Shanahan is. Had him sick. Glenn is up in the chat. Great win today. Big win. Jabri's up in the chat. Told y'all last week, have mercy on the Niners. Sold after that call last week. The Falcons played pissed off, just like I thought they would. Great game. Rise up. That is true. So many people told me how the Falcons played pissed off after that Tampa Bay game. And of course, we seen it too as well. Don't know what the hell Meek Mill's doing. Reggie's in the chat.
Yeah. Rise up.
Oh man, we lit tonight. The chat is lit. Niners didn't even score in the second half. Rise up. Say it again, Lisa. Shh. Bodie turned. Let me tell you something. Should have seen Bodie at the game today. Totally different.
I have no voice. I am damn near whispering. Fucking lit. Let's go.
Terrell Johnson, that is true. First drive did set the tone of the game. It was good. Good to see you.
Shout out, sir.
The Zacchaeus catch. The Pitts catch, moving the ball down the field as quick as they could to score on the 49ers, even before the fans damn near got to their seats. Falcons had a 7-up on the board. So big shout out to Atlanta Falcons. Big shout out to the offense for once again creating and finding a way to execute plays to get touchdowns and to keep the ball moving and to keep the drive moving. And you have to look at what the Falcons have going here, people. Mm-hmm. The 49ers, they're a pretty decent team. We're not going to knock the 49ers. They were a decent team.
They're good.
All right. You dominated this game. I wish you could have got more sacks. The turnovers were good, but I wish you could have got some more sacks. What was it? 2 interceptions today? 2?
Yeah, 2 picks. Absolutely. 2.
Could have had, I think, 2 sacks that they would call back. I think it was penalties, if I'm not mistaken. The one was a Lorenzo Carter.
Yeah.
When that Grady had the sack.
And I don't care. Grady had a sack every game this season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Including this one, but they took it back. But,
One time for the fan. You already know we're talking Falcons football right here. Glad to see all the Falcon fans tune in. Rise up. Chase was down there with us. Chase is on the way back. Yes. Chase is on the way back down to the house.
Yeah.
Shit, he was with us at the game earlier. He was lit.
Shout out to Chase and his wife.
Yeah, definitely. Big shout out. Mariota was on fire. Definitely, we're going to talk about it tonight. We dominated all 3 phases in all 4 quarters. Shout out to Dre in the chat. That is true. All them Niner fans came to the A to catch L. We're going to talk about that. I love talking to Falcon fans. Kendrick Cox is in here. He said, rise up. What's good, Kendrick? How's everything going, brother? Hell of a game. Left out ESPN went from saying we're going to be 2-15 this year to now saying we're going 11-6 or 12-5. Now they're trying to ride the wagon. Now I don't jump on this train yet, ESPN.
Don't do it. I don't want you. We don't want you.
Need you.
We don't need you.
Came in the Benz loud and left quiet as well. You already know what it is.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You already know what it is. Played all 4 quarters against the 49ers, a good team. That is true. I'm Crump wearing my Victory Monday t-shirt. You already know. Flags flying high.
Big Dub Sunday and Victory Monday.
Pulling up to that light tomorrow. I'm mugging everybody. What you looking at, man? We just beat the 49ers. Most had San Francisco winning by 14. That is true. A lot of people picked San Fran. I believe on the Fox NFL precast or game, whatever it was, everybody picked the 49ers, which I'm sure they're sad now.
I need to go find that tape.
God, smoking that Kyle Shanahan pack. It's a lot going on over there. What's up, fellas? Our team played very well today. Offense and defense was dominant. I hope the injuries ain't serious. Next man up did their job. Rise up. Let's go. Grit splits. You already know what it is. Defense did hold it down. They did play a well-complete game, but there is some injuries to look at. I believe Casey Hayward, from where I was sitting, he looked to be a little banged up. Hopefully he gets better. He did walk off on his own and everything. But he was walking off with the trainers. AJ Terrell, too, as well. Saw him working out right there on the sideline. Of course, you saw him went down, I think, for a play or two. And Isaiah Oliver is Oliver too as well. Tyquan Graham and Oliver.
It was Oliver. Tyquan went down. Oliver and Casey Hayward.
Yeah. So it's 4 serious, not 4 serious injuries to these guys, but it's a situation where, as Falcon fans, you want these guys to get healthy, you want these guys to be well, and be here for the team. But it was just sad to see some of these players get hurt today. In a dominating win, you win, but hopefully these players will be back next week. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I didn't
with the territory, but
Matter of fact, while I'm sitting here, let me go keep checking to see if I have any reports on some of these players that were injured today. And I know who to go check to as well. But I get to this chat here. Steve Ramirez is up in here. Adam Lacey is up in here, showing support from Moneyball Bodie. Definitely going to tune in more.
Word.
Moneyball?
Yeah, Moneyball, man. That's a little league I play in with them little scrubs. No, I'm just kidding. Man, shout out Lacey, bro. Appreciate you, bro. I have no voice left.
So if those of you have not seen the video yet, you can go check the Twitter one time for the fan. I just retweeted it of Coach Smith drinking beer with the offensive line after the game. It's a great video to see because you look at it and Falcon fans, you got to throw out the fact that he's not on the hot seat. You feel what I'm saying? Like this video right here shows that the team is behind Arthur Smith's back, man, and they really do go with what Arthur Smith has going on. Him and Terry Fontenot. You should have seen Terry on the sideline after the game, shaking players' hands, getting man. He was just fired up after that win. Back-to-back home wins here for the Falcons, and then you have Carolina coming up in a couple weeks. So it's a big opportunity, Falcon fans, to push the lead here in the NFC South. I mean, we're tied with Tampa still. So Tampa lost today. Carolina lost today. Saints lost today.
Man, Beautiful.
Falcon fans, so much to believe in right now. Y'all going ham in the chat. Y'all going ham. All right, look, let's get to some Falcons football, man. Look, let's talk about this, man. Let's talk about this. Bodie.
Yes, sir.
We were down there. We were behind the bench. Got a chance to see everything today.
Saw it all, dog.
Give me your thoughts on the Falcons, what you saw today from the Falcons. Everybody's going to say a dominating win and a complete win from the Falcons, and that's what you need. But, you're the professor here. So give us your thoughts on what you saw today from the Atlanta Falcons.
I saw big plays on defense. I saw defensive touchdown. That was beautiful. I saw fight. I saw step on their neck and don't let them come back, because I believe we had to lead from the jump.
Mm-hmm.
We did not relinquish the lead, and we stepped on their effing neck.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've been screaming for these teams to do for years. So I am elated that they played 4 quarters. That's another thing. Played 4 effing quarters of football, and we did not let up. And man, I'm just proud of this team, man. This is the football we know they can play. They've been working out their kinks for 5 weeks, and they're gonna put it all together today versus a worthy opponent. I would not down the 49ers. They're a solid team.
They are.
But they were not better today. We were. And this is the type of football we know we can play. And this is a playoff team at this rate. Book it.
Falcon fans, look, check this out, right? For those that's just jumping in, hear the voice. Yeah, who's at the game.
Oh, yeah, my voice.
We were yelling on first and second and third down on defense.
Let me drink some more victory.
That's what we were doing. A lot of people, see y'all. Trying to get y'all lit, trying to get y'all up, but I guess it's gonna take a little bit more. Falcons win, still sitting down. But there's a lot going on when it comes to the tickets and the fan base that I want to talk to y'all about too as well tonight. Seeing that many 49er fans in the Benz, unacceptable.
So loud. It was loud, and they
seeing
was there.
that many 49er fans, y'all, was unacceptable. And Falcon fans that had the opportunity to go to the game and said, "Nah, I don't want to go see them." It's the 49ers, man, big team. They're gonna lose. Look, they first in everything. Look at the power. Look at the power rankings.
You're holding that.
They're number 4. Look, ESPN and the NFL Network. Look, they all picked the 49ers to win. We can't spend money on this game. Man, we was down there lit and saw the Falcons come away with a win in the Benz. That's what you want to see, Falcon fans. Send the 49er fans right back to the West Coast, which a lot of them that we talked to had flights tonight. They was heading straight to the airport right after the game.
Long flight back.
And for those that raised the question of how did the 49er fans just come in here and buy up all the tickets, well, it goes a lot to the season ticket holders too as well. A lot of y'all putting these tickets on Ticketmaster. Straight up. You don't care who buys them. Are you in the Falcons group? Do you reach out to any Falcons fans? Why don't you do a blessing sometimes and just give the tickets away to a friend or two? You can't make week 3 or make week 4. All right, here go week 3 tickets. Yeah, hey, man, we can't bring 2 other Bear fans in the stadium that day. I know you want to make your $30 and $40 cap on them tickets. But come on, man. You can't be doing that, letting them away fans come up in your stadium like that. You know what I'm saying? And we did send the 49ers home, but it is crazy to see all them 49er fans up there and you're watching like, so all them ticket holders didn't show up today. That's what it is, huh? Just going to put them on Ticketmaster. Just give them away. And don't forget, the 49ers have a big fan base. They like the Cowboys. They like the Packers. They like the Steelers.
Yeah, very rich history. Big fan base.
So they have damn near chapters in every city when it comes to how big their fan base is. I remember being in Arizona, going to the Falcons-Cardinals game a couple years ago, and the 49ers group was meeting at the same bar we were meeting at. It was like damn near 200-300 of them. I was like, oh, shit, what are you on town for? They was just meeting up. Like, shit, well, they deep. But some stadiums you'll get, some fan bases you'll get that. Dallas, you'll get that. Steelers, you'll get that. And we play the Steelers in a couple weeks. So, Falcon fans, I hope you're excited that the team is now winning at home early in the season. This is what y'all want. Y'all want home wins? We got 2 big ones. We could have had the third against the Saints. But we got 2 big ones. We had the one against the Browns. Now we have another one against the 49ers. If that don't tell you, get your ass in your seat against these Panthers coming up, who the Panthers are horrible.
They're
horrible.
Dumpster fire.
You can't sell no tickets to to any Panther fan that wants to look for tickets. Gosh, it should be number red and black in that stadium in the next couple of weeks. Like straight up, you can't have no Panther fans at what 1-5, who will probably be 1-7 at that point, 1-6. You can't let them come up in the stadium. We bought these tickets for $135. These are Panther fans, man. Hell no. So Falcon fans, I'm glad y'all's in the bins. And I ain't telling y'all how to spend y'all money, how to do it, but I want to see more Falcon fans in the bins. This is your home stadium. You got to protect your stadium. You know what I'm saying? I go to a lot of away games. I was in Seattle a couple weeks ago. I seen the fan base. Cincinnati in a couple weeks. I'm looking for tickets right now. Their fan base is buying up all the goddamn tickets. It's all Bengals fans in there. So, I don't want to hear, we got to be winning. You don't have to. Just get your ass to your seat.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say for the fans that did show up today, y'all made some noise. Y'all had them shook on third down. Seen it. Jimmy G was on his OnlyFans.
Yeah, he was looking at them porn stars.
Falcon fans, I hope y'all feel good about this win. But please, in the next couple of weeks, pack out the bins and get ready for the Panthers. Now, let's go over this today, right? Falcons, 49ers. Everybody had the 49ers winning. Not Falcon fans, but I'm talking about ESPN, NFL Network, NFL on Fox, however it was.
Literally everyone. Nobody picked us.
They're counting the Falcons out already, folks. And for the people who said the Falcons would win 2 games this year, I don't know what to tell you now, but
hey, I know what to tell you. Fuck you. How many games you won?
Some of y'all are real upset that y'all said
don't
the Falcons
sit here,
win 2
don't
games.
sit here downers like that. All these weapons we got, this heart, this fight, #fight, put that shit on the t-shirt. We here. 3 games up. And if you bet 2 in Vegas, you bet the over, you already won. And it's week 6.
So on the stat breakdown, if I'm not mistaken, for the 49ers, they were top 5 in multiple stats. They were top 5 in what did the number 1 defense in the league coming into today?
I don't know if they're number 1. I think the Bills were.
Okay, but they're top 5.
They're top 5. Absolutely.
It was in turnover ratio, sacks, tackles for loss, a bunch of shit on defense. Like their defense is jacked up.
Yeah, they got like 21 sacks of the season. This is only week 6. 21 sacks.
They also, if I'm not mistaken, every team they played this season never scored 20 points on them.
Nobody scored 20 points.
Nobody.
And
here comes the Falcons off of a crazy loss out there in Tampa.
Yeah.
Which you're supposed to score over 20 points because you would have got the ball back. The momentum probably would have shifted to where you would end up scoring 22, 21 games over. So that would have been 5 weeks straight. You scored over 20 plus points. So even though you had 15 against the Bucs, you're pissed off. The call, everybody know, we'll call it the call. The call happened. Buccaneers got the ball. They continue to drive. Game's over. It is what it is. Falcons played with a chip on their shoulder. Brought that grit to this week.
Mm-hmm.
They knew who they was up against. I don't care about the injury report or whatever it is. The stats say what it is right there. The 49ers are a good team. The Falcons came in there and dominated the 49ers for 4 straight quarters. And that really goes to your power rankings to let Falcons fans know it doesn't mean nothing, Falcons fans. So next week when we play the Bengals, don't sit over there and say, oh, man, the Bengals, they're a really good team, man. They went to the Super Bowl last year. Man, Falcons can go over there and dub their ass 40-10.
Yeah.
It's really at that point now you're like, the Falcons are a pretty damn good team. Even at 3-3 right now, you still could have been 5-1. You could have been 6-0. It could have been 4-2. But you got to look, Falcon fans, at how good the team is playing. They are a pretty good team right now. And for me, I have to give a game ball out tonight. And Bodie, I'm sure you're going to give a game ball out too. And for me, Falcon fans, and y'all can agree or disagree. We'll get to the chat here in a minute. I'm going to give my game ball to the Falcons offensive line.
Yep.
Even though they had 2 sacks. They gave up 2 sacks. Mariota went 13 for 14, 129 yards, 2 TDs, ran one in, went 6 for 50 on the ground.
Yeah.
So I do want to give a game ball to the Falcons offensive line, even with the 2 sacks. But after the 2 sacks, you kept Mariota clean. You let Mariota run the offense like the way the offense is supposed to be ran. So shout out to the offensive line. I want to give a game ball to Marcus Mariota. 13 for 14, 129 yards with 2 touchdowns, 95.8 QBR, 144.6 rating. I'm just trying to find out, is he going to break 250 yards? Is he going to break 300-yard games? But if he doesn't, I'm perfectly fine with a complete team performance win. Where this man went 13 for 14 for 129 yards, 2 TDs, and beat pretty much a top 5 defense in the NFL.
You forgot to say no fumbles, no picks.
No fumbles, no picks as well.
The first half, he was 8 of 8 for 97 yards and a touchdown. 4 carries for 31 yards and a touchdown.
Talk about it.
Perfect. Talk about perfect. Like we can win games without. I would love for him to throw for 250 yards, but we can win games if he's playing like this.
So even with the Bucs knew the Falcons were going to come in on the run game last week, and so they stacked the run, forced Mariota to pass. We talked about it. They was up 21-0. Falcons came back in the second half. They made adjustments. You're looking at tonight with the Falcons, with the way they played. Came out from the jump at the bends. And I swear, before people got to their seats, they heard the damn horn blow. Like, what the hell just happened? Falcons scored.
Already. Quickly.
So, I must say, the reason why, for those that want Desmond Ridder in, we're going to get a chance to see Ridder. And it's going to get to that moment in time. But you have to agree, Falcons fan. Marcus Mariota, through the 6 games, has put your ass in a position to win the game. And today, 13 for 14, 129 yards, 2 TDs, no picks, 2 sacks. Caleb Huntley, 16 for 59, no TDs. Tyler Algier, 15 for 51, who is definitely getting his feet going right now. And I must say, Tyler Algier, that little mini bowling ball, boy, he bouncing off them tackles. Boy, you can't just bring him down with one hand. You better think about that shit twice.
Oh, yeah.
Marcus Mariota, 6 for 50. Even Avery Williams went 2 for 6, rushing the ball. Zacchaeus, 4 for 58. Long catch was 37 yards, which was big to open the drive in the beginning of the game.
Great.
Drake London, 3 for 40. Long was a 20-yard catch. Big catch by Drake London. Kyle Pitts, 3 for 19, 3 targets.
He scored a touchdown in America.
3 for 19, 1 TD, 3 targets. So without CP, your star running back, with Mariota still not putting up games of 250 yards or 300 yards. So think of how the 49ers are thinking. They're like, oh, shit, Mariota? Oh, man, he ain't even going to throw 200 yards. Yeah, all we got to do is just stop the RPO. Yeah, all we got to do is just stop the run. Yeah, they'll probably get like 15, 16 points. Nah, bruh. Nah, bruh. And even with Mariota going 13 for 14, 129 yards, it was a complete game of how he did everything. He had 1 incompletion. It's the way they ran the ball. It's the plays that they ran. The defense stepping up on second and third down to get San Fran off the field. First quarter, second quarter. I understand they came back and tied it 14-14, and Falcon fans were like, oh, shit, here we go. Same old shit. But for us Falcon fans, I was right there watching the game on the sideline. We still kept saying, man, we have a big chance to go win this game. You have to go down the field and score on this drive, which the Falcons did end up doing later on in the series. But Falcon fans, you got to agree, this team looks good right now. And next year, that money rolling in, big dog. So if y'all want the Falcons to tank to get a draft pick at 3-3 right now, which once again, we could have been 5-1, could have been 6-0, could have been 4-2. If you want the Falcons to tank right now, just lock yourself in the storage closet for the rest of the year. Because this team is going to come out to fight. This team is preparing me to probably say, hey, we might be ended up. I need to go ahead and start getting ready for the damn playoffs, just in case. If we have an away game. Because I love going to away games. You know what I'm thinking? Like, shit. Maybe we go to Minnesota. Maybe we go to, Arizona or something. I don't know what it is or how it's going to be, but I feel like the Falcons could get to the playoffs right now, the way they're playing. Bodie, game ball for you, sir. I was going to get to the defense, but I just went to offense right there. But yeah, game ball for you today.
Man. I mean, I hate to take what you said, but I mean, we couldn't have won it without Mariota. I said this on the last stream. Mariota had to be good. And he had to not make mistakes. And boy, did he not make mistakes. He played good. Mistakes. He played within his realm. He didn't do too much. He didn't try to force anything. He took what they gave him, and he was almost perfect on passing. 13 of 14 at halftime. He was 8 of 8.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, how can I not give Mariota the game ball? Because he won it. Yeah, we ran the piss out the ball still. But there's still a good run defense. So, but Mariota, like I said, Mariota was gonna win us this game, and he damn sure did. And then that run at the end just sealed it up, and it was everything for me. So, I mean, I gotta give it to Mariota. I mean, and for defense, I'll say Troy Anderson for leading the team in tackles.
Oh my gosh.
Him and Rashad Evans was tackling machines today. But Troy Anderson coming in, little experience, filling in for Michael Walker. Man, he had 13 tackles today. He was excellent. He was everywhere. He was freaking everywhere. So I mean, I love it.
Bodie talking off that bourbon, boy. Hey, Falcon fans, if y'all feeling like how we feel, we had a good time. Went to the tailgate. After the tailgate, went down there, you know what I'm saying? Had a few drinks and, enjoyed the Falcons win. And you're sitting there, you're getting loud on first down, second down, the defense going crazy, the offense is scoring, and you got 49ers all around you, and then you start to chatter with the 49er fans.
Then
it really starts to pick up when you're up 14-0. It really got fun then. And then, you start explaining to them who their coach is, and they get really pissed. But we have a lot to talk about here on One Time for the Fan. I'm glad the Falcons came away with this win because it was a big game for the Falcons. And a lot of people went into today and said, the Falcons are about to lose this game. And this is not a shock the world moment, but this is something that's going to wake the NFL up to say these Falcons are, looking like legit to contenders right now in the NFC. I wouldn't be sleeping on them right now. What would make you really wake the NFL up is if you go beat them Bengals next week. Then teams will say, wait a second. The Falcons are 4-3. They're coming home to Carolina, who is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Then they have the Chargers, which at this moment, you talking about any given Sunday, you saw us beat the 49ers. Hell, you might end up going out there and beat the Chargers. You do not know.
Yeah.
We're playing that good of football. We're scoring over 25 plus points. Otherwise, in that Bucs game, we're scoring. Falcon fans, y'all want this? Red zone efficiency, we're scoring. Do we have the plays to get the ball into the end zone? And you've seen it today, even when it was 14-14. Most of y'all was sitting there like, man, how the hell we finna score now? It's 14-14. Oh, they finna find out what we do. Here we go. Here go Falcons. 49ers finna find a way to score. It's going to be 21-14 49ers. Nah, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Falcons, once again, Arthur Smith, Rags is over there drawing up the plays on offense.
Mm-hmm.
Getting it done. Arthur Smith, the play calling, Dean Pease on defense, the adjustment. Mm-hmm. How many points did the 49ers score in the second half?
Let me see. None.
Zero.
Nothing. Goose egg. Nada. Shit.
0 points in the second half.
Nothing.
For the 49ers. This is the team, if I'm not mistaken, came into today leading the NFC West. Am I not mistaken? There was first place in the NFC West.
I believe so.
There was first place.
They were like 3-2, right? First place. I don't know. NFC West ain't us.
Yeah, they're 3-3 now.
3-3 now.
But they were in first place. Yeah, but they're still at first place right now because they beat the Rams the other night. This is a team that beat the Rams a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
They beat the Rams, a team that we came back on 28-3.
Yeah.
If that doesn't show you, Falcon fans, that your team wants to compete with some of the best teams in the NFL, so-called best teams in the NFL. I mean, I know the Rams are Super Bowl champs, so yes. The 49ers are contenders because the media is making them contenders, but they do have some star players on their team. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
And I know people's going to say, well, if Bosa was in here, it'd be totally different. I don't want to hear that shit.
I don't want to hear it either.
Don't want to hear it.
We showed our star player too.
Where is CP?
Thank you.
Let's get to the chat, man. Falcon fans, don't forget 40 attempts for 160 yards today as a team rushing.
Sheesh. Power rankings?
How about them power rankings? Let's go to the chat because the chat's been lit. I love talking to y'all. I love talking Falcons football to y'all. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter. You can see it right there at the bottom. Shout out to everybody who's checking in from Twitter. Shout out to everybody who's at the Falcons game today. All the subscribers too as well. Shout out to everybody, man. Facebook, One Time for the Fan. You already know where it is. You already know what to do. Hit us up. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. Hit that subscribe button.
Tell your friends.
YouTube.
Keep it real.
One Time for the Fan. Hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 250 before the end of the year. Help us get to 250 subscribers for the end of the year. And we get started this a few months ago. So we're doing well. Falcons fans love what we have to bring to the table because we're a positive podcast. We uplift the fan base. We won't talk shit. We have a real good connection to being Falcons fans. So we ain't trying to bash players and teams. That ain't us. That's not us. We're going to talk about ways to improve and be better as a team. And today, if the Falcons would have lost, we would have came in here and talked about what we need to do to go beat the Bengals next week. And we're still going to talk about what the hell we need to do to go beat the Bengals next week. Because those Bengals, as much as we hate them now, did us a favor today. They beat the Saints.
Appreciate y'all.
30-26. Though it's looking like, oh man, it's going to be a real good game next week with the Falcons and the Bengals. They did beat the Saints today. So yes, Falcons fans, if you do not know, the Saints lost. If also you do not know, the Buccaneers lost to the Steelers. And of course, the Rams beat the Panthers. Now, when it comes to the Buccaneers and the Steelers game, listen to how the media kicked it after the Falcons lost. The media posted it on the picture, NFL, Fox, I think it was, and they said, oh, Tampa Bay has one of the easiest schedules coming up. They got Pittsburgh, then they have Carolina, then they got or Rams or whoever they talked about. I can't remember who they said. But they talked about how the Bucs have one of the easiest schedules coming up. And they talked about Pittsburgh being next week. Oh, the Bucs about to get ready to go on a streak here, beating the Falcons, and they're going to have the Steelers next week. Steelers came out there and beat them today.
Yeah, the
Steelers don't care about what the hell NFL and Fox talking about. And I should make you believe too, Falcon fans. Don't listen to what these folks out here trying to kick to y'all about how this team looks. When most of the time, they don't even be around the team. They don't even be around with us. They don't rock with us like that. You know what I'm saying, Falcon fans? So, for real.
Well, Steelers.
Don't do it.
Them Steelers had Brady cussing out his O-line. That shit was hilarious.
Look at the video today, Falcon fans.
That shit was funny.
Look at the video of Tom Brady getting upset with his team today. And this is the Steelers, who are what? 2-4. Any given Sunday, Falcon fans.
They're ass cheeks. And he was cussing out his O-line. And, probably led on to him. He probably called his wife and cussed her out too.
Shit.
Let me sit my
God. We're about to get to the chat here in a minute. We love talking to y'all. Let's go over today. Eagles and Cowboys, they're on right now. Falcon fans probably wanted both teams to tie or something. Yeah. Falcons beat the 49ers 28-14. Big win. We're going to go back to that in a second. Patriots over the Browns 38-15. The Browns 2-4 right now. Definitely haven't been the same since we beat them. But the Browns are They look like they're ready to get Deshaun Watson back in a couple weeks. 2-4 is not good, so don't want to be that team. The Jets did us a favor too as well. AFC team beating an NFC team, 27-10, beating the Packers. Yes, Falcons fans, the Jets beat the Packers, and the Packers are now 3-3. The Colts, for all you Colts Ryan got fans, Colts went in there, beat the Jaguars 34-27.
Yeah, I'm gonna lie. Matt Ryan threw a dime on that last pass. Shout out Matt Ryan.
One team to look out for, which is definitely a sleeper in the NFC. Eagles just scored. The Vikings beat the Dolphins 24-16. They moved to 5-1 right now. So the Vikings are rolling. That's one team in the NFC, Falcon fans, to look out for. And that's one name. That's one team you don't want to mention around Saints fans. The Bengals beat the Saints 30-26. Something that you want to see because Cincinnati marched into New Orleans and marched out with a win. Won't happen next week. Falcons marching into Cincinnati. We're marching out with a win. The Giants moved to 5-1. And I heard somebody tell me today the Giants are legit. I said, what?
Yeah.
Giants beat the Ravens. They moved to 5-1. Steelers over the Bucks 20-18. Rams over the Panthers 24-10. Seahawks over the Cardinals. Cardinals go to 2-4. Seahawks go to 3-3. Something to watch there in that division because you got a bunch of 3-3 and 2-4 teams.
Yep.
If you want to get the wild card, Falcon fans, it's looking like that you might have to, bust up the NFC West. So you got to. Who else you have to play? You beat Seattle. You beat San Fran. You lost to the Rams. You need to go beat the Cardinals and go 3-1 in the NFC West. That'd be perfect. Because when it comes down to the wild card, if it does, you have wins over 3 of those teams. I think the Rams will win that division. But if the wild card stares up anyway, somehow, it's an opportunity to probably, get the advantage over beating Seattle and beating a team like San Francisco today.
Yep. Got to secure the win.
Bills over the Chiefs 24-20. Commanders 12-7 on Thursday. And then tomorrow, Broncos Chargers. So, Falcon fans, let's get to the chat. Love talking Falcons football. Bodie, ready to get to the chat?
Let's do it.
Let's get to the chat, man. Steve Ramirez is up in here. He said, number one defense, my ass.
And my ass.
Sheesh.
Mine too. God damn it.
Hot takes. We're going to roll through it. Lisa Shepard, Big Dub Sundays.
Big Dub Sunday. Drop it. Drop that hashtag in the chat if you haven't already.
Hashtag in the chat. For first time here and you know how it is on the win, Big Dub Sundays. Big Dub Sundays. Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the chat.
Sir.
Big Dub Sundays.
Yes, ma'am.
Hashtag. Lisa Shepard, go Falcons. Damn, that alcohol wearing off too, boy. I tell you. But we were faded today. Shit.
Yeah, it's wearing off too. Drinking this victory. I got a head pound in there.
It was good with a win, though. I tell you that. And we've already disappointed the naysayers. 2 wins, huh? You better tag them, folks. You better tag them on Twitter or tag them on somewhere on social media and be like, didn't you say 2 wins? How long you been doing this position? How long you been doing what you do with your job? Okay.
30 years, huh? Oh, okay.
2 wins is what you saw with this team? Okay. We're going to talk about that. Only power rankings I care about is NFL saying we have the worst team in the league and 2-15. Bubba Gump is in the chat. Chance, we dominated up front.
Easily.
Sheesh. Big Dub Sundays in the chat.
Big Dub Sundays.
Why the heck am I always Facebook user? It's Shamika Parham. Shamika, I don't know. I have no idea. That's what it's showing up as. You want to try to go to YouTube and use like your YouTube account and log in from there. I don't know. It's been 2 weeks now. It's showing up like that. A couple weeks.
Yeah. Hey.
The only team in NFC South with a win today. Put your hand up if your team won today. Anybody? Saints fans? Bucks fans? Panther fans? Panther fans are sick. They don't even want to talk football no more. They're on to damn hockey and shit.
They have been talking about trading. Yeah. Troy Anderson is him.
If I'm not mistaken, Robbie Anderson got Antonio Brown today during the game for the Panthers.
What happened with that? I got to go see. I
The
heard.
coach, intercepted. Cowboys are really about to go down now. Wait a minute. So, Robbie Anderson during the game apparently was sent to the locker room to not return from the coach. So we played this Panthers team in 2 weeks, and they're already talking about trading Christian McCaffrey. They wanted to let go of DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. The team is in shambles. It all started when they couldn't get the practice facility in Rock Hill. That's when it all started.
They fired their coach.
You're talking about a team that's getting ready to sell.
They look like shit inside and out.
They might be redesigning the NFL in a couple of years, and the Panthers might become the St. Louis something. I don't know. But I know St. Louis is
Panthers, bro.
Different than Toronto or something.
Shots. I don't know shit.
Panthers are a very bad team right now, very bad, and I don't think they're ever going to be rebound from this.
Get them out of here. See you later. Go to Canada.
Dre's up in the chat. Says Troy Anderson is him. Hey, good seeing y'all today.
Good seeing you
getting
too.
Their shift together.
Good seeing you too.
Good to see you, my friend. D-line was out, but so was our offensive MVP. That is true. No CP today, and you came in there and got 168 yards on the ground, running the ball 40 times. And I must say, team rushing is looking really good right now. That offensive line, I gave them a game ball. Let me go to the game ball on defense. Troy Anderson, Rashaan Evans, and Isaiah Oliver. Isaiah Oliver. Welcome back, Isaiah. And for any one of you podcasters and content creators who haven't said welcome back to Isaiah Oliver, shame on you. Isaiah's been fighting hard over these past few months to get back right 100% for you, Falcons fans. Coaching the team brought him back for you, Falcons fans. He competed during training camp for you, Falcons fans. He wants to be here in Atlanta. And for him to come back, that I know that check is if you got AJ Terrell and Casey Hayward's going to be there for the next year or two, and Isaiah Oliver and D. Alford, man, that secondary is looking nice. And don't forget about Richie Grant and Jalen Hawkins. They were fired up today too as well. But I must say, we give a game ball out every week, even on a Falcons loss. And this is the first game ball for Isaiah Oliver on his first day back, and it's serious. This is the truth. Isaiah Oliver gets the game ball today. Troy Anderson gets the game ball today. The way he led the defensive, the linebackers today, the way he led that defense, 13 tackles?
13 tackles.
He was in there damn near on mostly every single play.
Everywhere. He was everywhere. But we knew he could do this. That's why
Troy Anderson. We talked about this on the R&R Capcast back in our rookie report earlier this year when we had Ryan and Ryan from Montana State, two podcasters that cover Montana State football, and they told us that he is what? Intelligent menace? That was the two words they used?
Yeah.
An intelligent menace.
Yeah, in so many words, they said he's him.
Falcon fans, they said that Montana State will probably build a damn statue for Troy Anderson at Montana State. He is that guy at Montana State. And now coming over to the NFL, you see him playing today. Michael Walker being out, Deion Jones getting traded. You know, it's a next man up type of thing. And I must say, on a going against the 49ers, one, like the NFL says, one of the strongest teams in the NFL right now. Troy Anderson is that guy right now. And I must say he gets a game ball. Rashard Evans too as well. They held it down in the middle. And they did force a lot to make sure San Francisco couldn't run the ball well. And if you go over some of the stats here for San Fran, I know Falcon fans love to hear stats. Let's talk about the stats. Jimmy Garoppolo, what's his name? Garoppolo? Garoppolo?
Hip Hop Anonymous?
JG went 29 for 41, 296 yards, 2 TDs, 2 interceptions. Rushing the ball. They had 16 attempts for 50 yards. 16 attempts for 50 yards. This is a first place NFC West team coming into Atlanta after destroying Carolina's sorry ass, coming into the Benz, bringing their fan base, bringing all this glitz and glamour and shit. You should have seen these 49er fans. There was Joe Montana jerseys, Jerry Rice jerseys, Sanders jerseys, Frank Gore jerseys, Trey Lance jerseys. Don't bring up the Trey Lance topic around 49ers fans. They don't want to hear that shit. They get really upset when they hear it because I don't think they have all their faith in the Trey Lance right now. And Jimmy G just stepped in. I said, y'all don't even want Jimmy G there. They're like, well, he's here. I'm like, you hear that type of talk? If he was gone, who would be your backup? You ain't got one.
All I'm saying is I know some 49ers fans was like, yeah, put Trey Lance in. Trey Lance this, Trey Lance that. Now they on Jimmy G's jock. I'm sorry. They are. Yeah, you were wishy-washy. I know. Can't be that way.
I would say they got one guy for the 49ers who was carving up the Falcons today was Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah, he got
What's his name?
Brandon Ayuk. Yeah,
that kid right there, man. I must say, I mean,
he
was eating.
He was.
You know, and I'm not a fantasy guy, but I heard a lot of people behind me say, "Yeah, my fantasy's going crazy." Oh, you started this guy?
He had a couple touchdowns, so he showed up today. I will say that.
A couple touchdowns in the L.
In the L. Yeah.
Romel's in the chat. Going over the chat here. Dylan's in the chat. Seeing him on Chase Snap. Y'all was lit. Yeah, we was lit.
Oh,
we was lit. Right in that bit, we wasn't supposed to win more than 2 games. You know what it is?
Damn right.
I love talking to these Falcon fans, man. Look, Pitts with the Dirty Bird. Didn't we even mention that? D. Offer cranked the Dirty Bird against the Browns a couple weeks ago. Pitts cranking the Dirty Bird today. Falcon fans, I better see y'all in the Benz in the next 2 weeks against the Panthers. I know y'all not going to sit here and listen to this podcast. And get ready, you know, after the Cincinnati game, come back to the Benz and say, oh, no, we're going to sit at the house today. The Panthers is another win. The way you've been playing, you should dub the Panthers about 20, 30 points. That should be a game you bring Ritter in the third and fourth quarter and let Ritter get some work too and put 2 touchdowns on the board.
Damn right.
The Panthers are that bad. They're just that bad. Players up for available. Coach is out of here. Robbie Anderson with Antonio Brown today. So
it's obvious that coach, that interim coach, don't have control of that locker room. So we're gonna whoop their ass.
You're 3-3. You have the Panthers twice. You have the Steelers, who's 2-4. You have the Chicago Bears, who's not looking good right now. You have the Washington Commanders, who's not looking good right now. You have the Arizona Cardinals, who's not looking good right now.
Yeah.
Falcon fans, listen to me. I would say right now, hopefully, the way they're playing, I'm leaning toward getting your playoff money ready. The Falcons will fight to get to the playoffs. You're seeing it every single week. Show me a game where we got just blown out, where we had no chance. We didn't show no fight in the third or fourth quarter. You was probably going to say the Rams game, but guess what? We came back and we had the Rams on their ass in the fourth quarter. I was there. I seen Rams fans sitting down with 5 minutes left to go, and I saw a Rams fan pretty upset after we had down by a touchdown. A couple of Rams fans turned to me and said, "Hey, can't believe y'all about to win this game." I said, "Once the game is over, we'll make that decision." But sure enough, I saw Rams fans sitting down. They were loud all game, but when we came back in the fourth quarter, they ain't say shit. Seattle fans, same thing. I was there. I had Seattle fans turn to us like, 0-2, you guys are a pretty good team for 0-2. Came back, beat the Browns. Went to Tampa, gave them a damn battle in the second half. Made adjustments. The grit, the fight in this team. Come back today against the 49ers, which everybody would have counted you out. 49ers just smashed the Panthers. They're top 10 and damn everything, pretty much. Top 15, if you want to say. Power rankings were number 4 for this team. Falcons didn't give a shit about none of that. They went out there and said that we are going to play 4 quarters of football in front of our fans, and they went out there and they did it. Dominating win today from the Atlanta
Falcons.
Falcons.
Best game of the year, bar none. Best showing. You just took the words right out of my mouth. Best game of the year, absolutely. I mean, you can't beat this is what we've been asking for 6 games. It took 6 games, but we got it. Yeah. Oh, I was on one. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm still on one.
Took 6 games, but we got it. And technically, your bye week, don't forget, you got the bye week coming up real soon. You're gonna get some players back. You're gonna get that extra week to rescheme some things and see what is working and what's not working, reshape the playbook, go back out there for the second half of the season and get shit done. But I have a feeling that going into the bye week, it could be on the positive side of things. And I know the Bengals game is going to be tough on Sunday. I know how y'all thinking, Falcons fans. But after this win today, without CP, a dominating win, putting up 28 points on a team who's never given up 20 points all season to an opponent, anything can happen next week. I'm not worried about the Bengals. I'm not worried about the Bengals.
At all. I'm not. It's bringing pressure. Therefore,
Rise in a bit. You already know what it is. Love the dub. Big step up from the D when some of our biggest players on the defense went out. They came in clutch. So Falcons fans, as you're in here in the chat now, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button, hit that like button. Tell your Falcons friends, tell your Falcons family. You already know we're talking about the Atlanta Falcons. We're going over these comments here. So many comments in the chat. You know we love talking Falcons football with everybody. Got a lot of new fans in here tonight. Hit that subscribe button if it's your first time here. If somebody told you about it, rock with us. You know what I'm saying? We're a podcast that's here to uplift the fan base. So everybody who's rocking with us, shout out to y'all. See here. Bam. Defense came up huge, causing 3 turnovers. And our offense had 0. Was big, and Marcus made really good decisions all game long. It's true about that.
Yeah.
Feed Huntley. He's been posting that all week. Feed Huntley. Feed him.
Gotta feed him. Feed the beast.
It was good getting a chance to even. Huntley was blending in like a fan after the game. I was like, wait a minute, that's Caleb over there.
Yeah.
Went over there, grabbed the picture. Had to get a good picture.
Good picture.
2-1 at home. Let's go.
Boy, it's feel good to have a winning record at home, to win at home. Because that was rare last season.
Shit, Dre, that Shanny pack.
That's
what's going around now?
Yes. Smoking on that Shanny pack. Oh, yeah.
What we got here? Jabri. That's a real coach sipping big dubs with his O-line. That is true. There is a video right now of Coach drinking some beer with his team after the game with the O-line. And that's a good feeling because it's the chemistry you're building with these guys. You know, for Jake Matthews, you're coming from a different, this is a different coach. You've been around how many coaches now? 3 different head coaches for Jake Matthews? Like, to sit there, I don't think I've seen Jake Matthews sip a beer after the game. Like, I'm sure he probably does, or however they do. I don't know. But I've never seen him sip a beer that excited after the game. That was a big win for your team. And that's why I gave the game ball to the offensive line. And I had the game ball to the O-line well before I saw the video of Coach sipping beer with the O-line. They showed you fight in today's game. They showed you a way how to keep Mariota up. Keep the jersey as clean as possible. I know it was 2 sacks, but Mariota was executing. And a lot of that comes from the offensive line. Even when it broke down, Mariota went 6 for 50 on the ground. So you did good enough to where it could have been a 5-sack game. Could have been a 7-sack game. 6 for 50, Mariota was taking off. And I must say, he got the wheels, man. Mariota has the wheels.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting after it. And to slide, to go down and not take the hit. And boy, he was tucking that ball like he was holding a damn water bottle. Like he was not letting that joker go. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Mariota for what he did today. Big step up. I'm seeing some improvements from Mariota. Seeing some improvements.
That's what we've been asking for weeks right now. So shout out.
All NFC teams got beat today except us. Rise up. Falcons fans, I have to ask y'all. We're going to wrap up here shortly. Going to the chat. How do y'all feel about today's win? Right? Talk to us. Who gets the game ball? Throw it in the chat real quick. How do y'all feel about today's win? That's why y'all in here right now. Y'all in here because y'all want to talk about the Falcons. Y'all in here because y'all love Falcons football. Most of y'all was at the game. Some of y'all was at the house. Wherever y'all were, you was paying attention to what the Falcons were doing. And when you seen the Falcons winning 28-14 in the fourth quarter, I know how some of y'all got. I know how it is. You was sitting there like, oh, shit, come on, man. Please let these Falcons. Please don't let these Falcons play this fucking game.
I want to see 0-0.
You know what got me, Bodie?
What was that?
It took the 49ers damn near 7 minutes to get 30, 40 yards in the fourth quarter.
I was just saying tick, 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 tick. Let that clock go. Let it go.
They were getting down to almost 4 minutes left. It haven't even crossed the they had just crossed the 50 and they were standing on like the 40 with like 4 minutes left, down 2 touchdowns, and they were getting like almost a yard and a half per drive per play.
And that's that defense holding up. So shout out to that defense holding the hell up and not letting them get nothing big. They can have all that small shit, but they was killing that clock. And that game was over.
Bodie, I turned to you during the game, and I said, 49ers are going to take a shot here. I turned to the fans around me, and I was like, they're about to take a shot. Sure enough, they get a shot.
To Debo.
Right out to Debo in the fourth quarter for about 20-some yards. And you look at it in the NFL, and you have to think, coaches knew that. If I knew that, coach knew that. They're going to take a shot here. They was back beyond the 50.
Mm-hmm.
It was like second down or something. I think they had already blown one of their timeouts. And you're looking at it like, they're getting ready to take a shot. They can't even move the ball up the fucking field. They're going to have to take a 30 or 40-yard shot because it's 4 minutes left to go in the game, and you're not even crossing the 50. You're down 2 touchdowns. I'm trying to play this out like, if the Falcons lose this game, I'm going to be pissed because you're up 2 touchdowns with 4 something left to go, and this team can barely get 5 yards on your defense. They abandoned the run. Could have run. They actually went to one of their running plays one time. Troy Anderson, like, fuck out of here. Stuffed the run quickly. I seen that. Oh, yeah. But they abandoned the run after a while. I was like, we just got a straight pass. They went to Kittle. They went to Debo. They went to that Brandon Ayuk kid.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't enough to get yards and get up the field fast enough. Most teams can throw some plays, Kansas City, certain teams, they can throw, 4 or 5 plays together and get 60 yards in less than a minute.
Quickly. Yeah.
San Fran just didn't have it today. So game ball goes to Dean Pease.
Mm-hmm.
The game ball goes to Dean Pease as well.
Shout out to Coach Pease.
Shout out to Coach Pease as well. The adjustments you made on defense, whatever you did, I'm not in the locker room. I don't have the playbook. I don't have the film. But whatever you did, Coach, you made the adjustments to win the game in the second half. 0 points by the 49ers. Held them to less than 75 yards on the ground. And you had them up 14 points in the second half to a point where San Fran was just slapping themselves in the face at one point. Big win from the Atlanta Falcons today. We're going to go ahead and go to the chat before we get up out of here. Please tell us, how do y'all feel about the win today? Because a lot of people had us out. A lot of people had us not beating the 49ers.
Yeah.
That goes off of the strength. When we talk about strength of schedule and all that shit, they're like, oh, Falcons, they ain't going to beat the 49ers. They lost last year.
Yeah.
I'm sure they got Debo. They got Nick Bosa. They
looked on the schedule. The 49ers looked on the schedule, saw Falcons, dub.
That's a dub.
They easily said that.
That's how they looked at it. Nah, bruh. That's not how I looked at it.
Some bracket busters in this motherfucker.
God, not the bracket busters.
Shit.
Talk that ish, Bodie.
Let's drink some more victory. Hey, I toasted that.
They give us an A for both sides of the ball. Second week in a row, no points given up in the second half. Mariota's getting better in the pocket. The team is coming together nicely. No sacks, but good pressure. Bodie, we're going to give a grade. Team overall grade today?
Team overall grade, man, a solid A. What more can you ask for? I mean, we played, we executed, we didn't make mistakes. We took what they gave us, and we played smart. We played great chess.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't play checkers. We played them. I mean, we outsmarted them. We stayed. And another thing, like I said earlier in the show, we stayed on their neck. We didn't let up. We didn't change. We didn't get up and then change our game plan. We kept it the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I respect, and that's what I love. So,
I give them C-. Not just playing. No, Falcons today, you get an A. Your first A of the season from me.
Solid A.
For 6 games so far. I mean, this game today, you get an A. Why?
That's another thing.
Go ahead.
I was just say, I would say, hey, everybody in the chat, drop your grades. Let's see what those grades are.
Drop your grades, please. What do y'all got for the Falcons today? How do y'all feel about this Falcons win? We will get to it. We're about to wrap up the show.
We're gonna get through the chat.
We talk to the chat right here.
After the show, we'll talk. After the show, it's gonna be after the show chat talks. So yeah,
you already know. We don't forget now. We're fans. We was at the game today, so
sip some more victory.
My victory is water. So I'm trying to get my man. I'll tell you.
What you think in this cup?
Man, I was lit today. Today. I remember when I went to go get a napkin, wipe my face, and the bartender said, "What happened? Somebody spilled beer on you?" I said, "No, I'm just a diehard fan." I was sweating after the game, lit, walking over to the bar. We high-fiving, fist bumping everybody, you know what I'm saying? ATL ho everywhere, all over.
ATL ho.
I walk inside the lounge. Say, I need some napkins. Who spilled beer on you? What happened? Not to sweat off my face like this. Had that last sweat dripping off the nose. I said I went toe to toe with the 49er fans. And I won.
Boy.
Die-hard Falcon fan. Drake, your statements up here. 49er fans travel well, but we got to get the attendance up on our fans. That is true. I do not want to hear fans talking about it. Some people do say it's expensive. I ain't gonna test your pockets, right? But
we're not gonna challenge your pockets.
There are tickets online that are less than $75. I don't know what you do with your bread, your money. I don't know how you spend it, but if I'm hoping you can find a way to save $75 in a 6-month season to come to a game, because that can do a lot for the fan base. Because it will then show you that you need to try to do the best you can to get back here for another game. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then. Because if you're a Falcon fan and you're a diehard, it's same for Braves and Hawks and not just any sport. You want to at least go to the game and experience it. You know what I'm saying? How my voice is right now came from being a true fan today, giving the 49ers hell in a house, and Bodie can tell you, in a house that was with a lot of 49er fans for some strange reason.
We had a lot around us where we was at. It was crazy. And they was looking like Muppets. They was looking sad. More victory.
I will say, it got to a point where, the trash talking comes in. But the fan that was right in front of me, she turned around and said, "I don't want to get into no fight down here. What are y'all doing?" I said, "Fight? Fight for what?" I over here trash talking these 49er fans. I said, "Yeah, I mean, what do you expect us not to do?" She's like, "No, they're going to fight. They're going to get mad. Look at them." I turned to the guy, the Frankenstein looking dude. He was like, just staring at me. Big, boy, dude's like 6'11". Like,
boy, he's big. He's big.
He's like, you should have been out there on the field.
Yeah. Hey.
But
I had to dap him up to make sure he didn't boink me across the head.
He was one of them dudes. You would have felt that Shaq club right in the back of your head. Like, oh shit, he's swinging.
We whooped your ass, but it's all good. Just so he wouldn't fucking whack-a-mole my ass.
He was the only fan in there, and I always sat there and said, if any fan would have tried to sneak me, it'd be Frankenstein right now, because he has the advantage with that reach. The punch would have came out of the picture like this. He probably would have caught me in a little bit. But I would have turned around. Yeah. It would have been scrappy. You know what I'm saying? But nah, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. In his stomach. Gave him one right there to the ribs. Yeah. He was going back to the lounge like this.
Go Niners.
I'm just saying. It didn't happen like that. I told the young lady, we're not going to fight down here. They're talking trash just like we're talking trash. But I'm not calling him out individually. I'm talking about his team. And he's not calling me out like individually. He's talking about my team. But at the end of the day, what happened? Go look at my Facebook. We took a picture together. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of our fans and their fans. We took a picture together. Because at the end of the day, it's just an experience. You're just out there having a good time. Oh, fucking Cowboys just threw another pick. Jeez, boy. Philly's about to go to 6-0.
Stephen A. Smith about to have a field day.
So, Falcon fans, trust me when I tell y'all this. We go to these games, we trash talk, and we have a good time. But if you're there, the experience of being there, you can't beat it. And for those that have never been to a football game, Bodie, the person in front of us today, her first football game. Am I correct?
Yeah, she said her first football game. Yeah.
30 years old plus. I can't remember. She's like 35, 37. I don't know how she is. But like first time attending a Falcons football game and came with a Falcons jersey.
Yeah.
First time. So Falcon fans, you can do it. You can get out there and come to the games, either home or away. Just save up. Just save up. But we need y'all in the bins.
We need it all, man. If y'all at home screaming at TV, we need that same screaming in that damn bins.
Mm-hmm.
So
Jack, some fans got fake energy and bad juju, so we might not want them in there anyway. That is true. There's a lot of fans that do sit down when we score or mad. I remember those fans that used to get mad at Matt Ryan, but then they'll be trash talking him in 1 second, but when we score, they're over there high fiving. What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, Matt. Yeah.
Man, Matt, you trash, dog. But we just scored. Hey, man, good game.
Matt, make great through. You made great through that, man.
Right. Shout out to Emmanuel in the chat. Leona said, yes, they play all 4 quarters of football. Didn't let up, went in 100% and kept 100% whole game and let everyone know they wasn't playing today. They were awesome today, and we got this the rest of the season. Shout out to Leona in the chat.
Leona.
Let them keep counting because they counting backwards. Yeah.
Keep counting.
You calling it now? AK with 2 sacks next week? That's what you doing? Shit, hot takes. Hot takes. I'm giving my game ball to Marcus Mariota on the offense. And on defense, yes, Troy Anderson, the Terminator. That is him.
Hey,
that is him.
He's him. I like that nickname. More victory.
After all the criticism Mariota been taking hearing lately, he played a great game. He came out playing hard for his job / life. A lot of people were talking that Mariota would have had a bad performance today.
Shit. They would have been bringing out the pitchforks if he would have effed up today.
Yeah, and I know how it is for Falcons fans because we're hanging on to something here. Especially during a rebuild, we're trying to find something to help us, pull us up in that bar. Yeah. A lot of it is PP, a lot of it is Kyle Pitts, a lot of it is AJ Terrell. You're seeing some of these fan favorites start to come about with this Falcons fan base, but you got to look at Mariota and say that he is really helping this team get an opportunity to win some games out here. And for those that wanted him injured before the season started, for those that say he'll be benched by week 4, week 3, shame on you. Shame on you.
Right. How many rebuilding teams? I mean, like you think of rebuild, you think of just bottom dwellers. Like how many rebuilding teams are contending, fighting every week in every game against the toughest of the tough, and then pulling off a victory like today versus the number 4 power rankings. Hold a sign up. Power rankings team. Yeah. Bullshit. Right. This is a special team, and when we get better and we get all that money open, next people are watching. Free agents are watching the Falcons. They're like, oh, I could go there and help
that team. That team's spicy.
I can go there. They're spicy and fun. Did somebody say that? That's a fun, spicy team.
Somebody said that in the chat a couple weeks ago. I think there was a comment was like, Falcons are spicy.
Falcons are spicy and fun.
Okay.
I think it was Lisa.
Somebody said it in the chat. It was like, they're spicy.
That's a spicy team, man.
Sometimes you hear these words and you just laugh. Like, I haven't heard that word in a long time. That's funny. Anderson, a monster. That is true. That is true. Anderson from Montana, he wrestled cows. And for those that don't know, go back and watch the Troy Anderson rookie report that we did a couple months ago with R&R Catcast. If you go to the playlist on YouTube, go to the rookie report, you'll see the Troy Anderson one. Ryan Thornburg and Ryan Foley are 2 podcasters who cover Montana State football. And they are known at Montana State because when I went to the Seahawks game, I met a lot of fans from Montana State, and they do know R&R Catcast, and they're still doing their podcast right now from Montana State. But hopefully, I think we can get Ryan Foley on next week. He's a Bengals fan. Hopefully, we can get him on this week. He was supposed to be on. But yes, they told us a lot about Troy Anderson at Montana State. Once again, they covered Montana State football, and I think they went to Montana State too as well. But please, Falcons fans, go check out that podcast that we did with R&R Catcast. It's on the YouTube channel. One time for the fan, because you will find out a lot. You'll find out a lot about Troy Anderson.
Absolutely.
A lot. First place Falcons. Yes, we're tied for first. It's looking good.
We are looking good.
Feeling great. Feeling good. Feeling great. Feeling great. Feeling good. How are you? San Francisco supposedly top 5 against the run.
And supposedly
40 attempts, 168 yards.
They ran down their damn throat.
Got a first time up in here. The Loaches up in here. We finally played all 4 quarters, and I love it.
Love it.
What you want to see?
That golf clap.
Galapagos? That's his last name? Hey, Siri?
Oh, yeah. You talking about Galifianakis?
Shit. There he is. Ryan Foley's up in here. We just talking about you. What's up, man? We can get you on this week. Falcons, Bengals. We're going to kick y'all ass. It's about to go down.
Yeah, we're going to kick y'all ass. But Troy is looking great. I know you saw it. So
Ryan, 13 tackles for Troy today. I believe he had the mic, if I'm not mistaken. He had the green dot today. I believe it was the signal caller. But he was everywhere. Out there on the edge, middle, pass breakups, tackle for man. I'm gonna tell you something. He was in there. Yeah. He was in there. Shout out to Troy Anderson. I'm glad to have Troy Anderson on our team.
You told us, Ryan. Y'all said that he is who we thought he was, and he's showing his ass. He's everywhere. That man is showing his greatness.
Is there a bot in here? YouTube be letting them bots in here. Somebody just came in here with the click this link.
Oh man, we getting so relevant. We getting bots.
Click this link to see Brazilian. I don't know, something. Sock shirt with his splash today. Looking like he's getting more comfortable. Good to have you in here. Falcon fans, do not click that if you see anything in the chat. I seen it the other day in somebody's podcast I was watching. They shit just kept popping up like this, like fucking somebody spammed the hell out of this shit.
Get your IP addressing. Click them, you pop up hell.
Anthony White, good to have you in here, sir. Always good talking Falcons football with you. Very proud of Mariota. I've definitely been a fan. I've definitely been hard on him as a fan, I must admit. But he was efficient on offense and didn't make any mistakes. 2 passing TDs, 1 rushing TD. Can't ask for anything more. You can put a W at the end of that sentence too as well. He gave you that dib.
Good dub. Can't ask.
Daniel's up here. Thank you from a Rams fan. Well, Daniel, y'all play the Bucks coming up. Y'all play the Bucks coming up. Return the favor.
Return the favor. Exactly. Thank you.
Bo's up in here. Bo, you in the chat? Bo. Said we are going to the playoffs. I feel good. I feel good. If you're a Falcons fan and you believe that the Falcons could make the playoffs, get ready, because this could be the year we get over the hump. At 3-3 right now, I'm just saying we're not the greatest, but the team who is also top 10 ranked in this defense and this, that, the team that we beat today, they're 3-3 now too. So where is their power ranking compared to ours now?
I would say
we're 23 before the game. Where are you going to put us now? They were 4.
Yeah. I've seen growth every week. And this was like us just blossoming into a nice little flower. So if we put it all together, this is what we can do.
Did I miss it, or did we not get any holding penalties? Penalties were pretty clean today for the Falcons. I do believe they had an illegal shift, and they had a holding on defense, 2 or 3 holdings on defense. But yes, the offensive line, I did believe they played a clean game today, Bodie.
They did, as far as I know. I have no complaints.
Falcon fans, you know we lit. The playoffs. Oh, y'all talking in the chat. Y'all having no private conversation. It's all right, Falcon fans. I know y'all in there talking about we're going to the playoffs and hold on, bro. Don't say that just yet. And hold on. Everybody has their opinion. And here at One Time for the Fan, that's why it's called One Time for the Fan. We respect everybody's opinion. We want to hear from everybody. But one thing, don't argue with nobody. It's something that everybody has their own opinion. It's respected. But yes, if one fan believes that we're going to the playoffs, another fan believes that we're not going to the playoffs, y'all entitled to y'all opinion. Debate it out, talk about it. But if we do end up going to the playoffs, I want to see both of y'all there. I want to see both of y'all there. But y'all diehard fans, I know y'all gonna talk about y'all.
Nothing wrong with respectful debates. I mean, we all have debates. Even me and Jack, like we have debates. That's what we do.
We had debate about shit. What we talking about? Putting Avery Williams back at corner today.
I did say that. I said that, and then there's like,
can we? Are we allowed to?
Hey,
I'm joking.
No comment.
Jeff Wolf said, nice to have a coaching staff that can make adjustments. Look at Jeff Wolf with the praise after Debo's getting traded. Here, Jeff Wolf. Debo's traded. We win. I was right all along. Team grade A for sure. Leona, A. Jeff Wolf, B+. Controlled game. Solid. Joseph Avery gave an A earlier. He said, I think the whole team gets the team ball. We didn't let up, even with the injuries. Everybody was on the same page. Grade A. Jabri Harper's in here. A for the Falcons. Today I agree, and I feel you lit after today's win. Manuel said A+. Look at all the A's coming up in here now, because this is a dominating win. There it is.
Intelligent menace.
Falcon fans, go back and watch the Troy Anderson rookie report when we spoke to Ryan and Ryan from the R&R Catcast. Intelligent menace was the word. Bodie asked the question, give me a word that can describe Troy Anderson on or off the field, his play, his character, however. They said intelligent menace.
He said, I give you 2.
He said, I give you 2. He said intelligent menace. And yes, we are seeing it right now. He is getting in a lot of snaps. He is playing some really good football, and he stepped up with a position group that is short right now, with Dion being traded and Michael Walker being down. And I don't know, I haven't heard too many fans talk about Nate Landman much, right? So
because we have an intelligent menace.
We have an intelligent menace in the middle now with Troy Anderson. That now it seems like you trust. I know it's one game, 13 tackles for Troy. But he has his hands full next week if Michael still can't come back. The Bengals are going to pass the ball, and we know that. We're going to talk about it on Wednesday on One Time for the Fan. What do the Falcons have to do to beat the Bengals? I'd like to get this guy right here on the show. Ryan, if you have any time on Wednesday and would like to come over here and chop it up with us, Please do. We can get you on the show and talk Falcons Bengals. It's going to be a good game. Let's chat. Bobcat Nation is following him. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah.
So it's good talking with Falcons fans. Felicia's in the chat. First time Falcon fan. If you are here, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Tell your Falcons friends, tell your Falcons family. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, Spotify. You already know how to find us. One time for the fan. One time for the fan. Everybody's in here. Excited about the game, excited about Troy Anderson, excited about what we got going forward. Montana State coming through for us. Lisa Shepard's in the chat. Penalties were good because Eden Booger wasn't around. Gosh. Did y'all hear the podcast with Grady Jarrett's mom when she was on the other day? She was on the plane with the ref sitting right across from her. Or next to her, I believe it was. I couldn't believe that.
That Bogert dude.
Boger was on the plane coming back after the game with the fans.
Yeah.
And sitting next to Grady Jarrett's, or sitting close by Grady Jarrett's mom.
Going home. He was going home. Shit, ain't Grady them from Conyers too?
Y'all from Conyers.
Grady mama should have slapped him.
I know she was hot. I know she was hot about that.
Slap.
That's what the Bengals do. Pass, and pass some more.
Yeah.
Falcon fans. Love talking Falcons football with y'all. I have 9:38. Damn, got esports coming up. Gotta go ahead and get up out of here. Bodie, it was a great show tonight. Falcons came up with a big win, 28-14. The first team against San Francisco to score over 20 points this season. and pretty much damn near dubbed them.
Damn near scored 30 and almost dubbed them. Yeah.
How do you, I know you told us how you felt. What are your final thoughts on San Fran, Atlanta? And we have a show Wednesday. We're going to talk about Falcons Bengals, but I don't want to get to Wednesday and talk about much about today's win. I want to go straight to Falcons Bengals on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, what are your final thoughts on the game, the coaching staff, the team, the fans, the stadium today? Just what are your thoughts on that?
It's a lot of good to take from today's game. I think we've been involved in for 6 weeks. Been learning. We've been trying some stuff out. We're seeing what works, seeing what we need to do in what situations. We've been actually building a rapport. We know the talent was there. We've been saying it. We've been keeping up with all these teams for 6 weeks, for 5 weeks before this week, and we just put it all together. It was like poetry in motion today. It was great. It was so good to look at us just come out and just dominate. It was dominating. It really was. This was a dominating win, and that's what I like to see, especially when the media has been just counting us out, just saying, the Falcons are going to lose by 20, 14, 2 touchdowns. I think we're a 9-point underdog. Like, please. Like, it was ridiculous. So we shut a lot of folks up today. Hopefully they got eyes on us. Even if they don't give a damn, because they didn't even have eyes on us when we went to Super Bowl in 2016. So who gives a damn what they think? We're just going to have to show them every week. So, man, shout out to the Falcons. I mean, or 4 quarters. A whole dollar today. Played a dollar game.
Falcon fan. We're talking Falcons football every Wednesday, every Sunday, 8 p.m. It's normally an hour show, but with a win like this today, we went over the hour mark because we're just really excited about the Falcons win. And the Falcon fans in the chat are really excited. So anytime Falcon fans come in here, start chatting up with us, we love to get them bringing their thoughts and their views and their opinions to the podcast. Emmanuel said y'all not going to end the show without mentioning the big block from Kyle Pitts. Yes. Kyle Pitts back at full strength. Glad they had him out last week. We needed him today.
They said he was targeted.
They said he couldn't block. That's what they said. Is that what they said? That he couldn't block.
Said he wasn't much of a blocker. That was a great
Kyle
block.
Pitts. I tell you right now, man.
He's
standing up right now, Kyle.
Bro. Like Kyle is him.
It goes to look at the targets. 3 targets today, touchdown today. But what else did he do for the team? See, Manuel mentioned the block. We got all the way to the end of the show. We're talking about Kyle Pitts blocking ability today. It's the small things that count, Falcons fans, that makes your team, what you see on paper, much better. Not just a bunch of names. Oh, they don't have this star player. They don't have this star player. They don't have this star player. Where's the love for Elijah Wilkinson, who came in and won his guard position? Where's the love for Drew Dahlman? Where's the love for Jake Matthews? Where's the love for Jalen Hawkins and Richie Grant? Like every week, kind of, some players kind of do like this and they start to, get off the Falcons' radar, and the next player shines. Today, it's all about Troy Anderson. Which, hell, Troy probably could have got him a sack or 2 as well. But I must say, for these Falcon players to fight like the way they're fighting right now, as a Falcon fan, I'm excited about getting ready for Cincinnati. I leave Friday with a bunch of Falcon fans, and I can't wait to head up to Cincinnati. And if we walk out of that Paycor, it's called Paycor Stadium now. If we walk out of Paycor Stadium with a dub, when we walk out of Paycor Stadium with a dub, it's going to be a good feeling because you're going to really see Falcon fans how bad your team wants to win. Now, if we end up losing in Cincinnati, it's okay. Because I have a feeling that the rest of the NFC South is going to get their butts kicked next week anyway. But then you come back to the Bends and you play Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
Which I'm telling you right now, they are horrible.
Yeah. That's 2 dubs.
So don't feel down if the Falcons lose Sunday against the Bengals because you have Carolina coming up, and that should be a win back at the Bengals. But you do have an opportunity to go beat the Bengals on Sunday. We're going to talk about that on Wednesday. Zantega just jumped in. Shout out to Zantega. Zantega, the shirt is on the way, sir. Tim Riley, I don't know if you're going to check into as well. That's on the way too as well.
You ain't late, Zantega. You right on time.
I already watched again. Just post already, Spade. You already know what it is. We're about to post it in just a couple minutes. Falcon fans, about to go ahead and wrap it up. Get up out of here. Bodie.
Yes, sir.
The shout outs of the show.
Yeah, man. I mentioned it a couple times. Shout out to the Falcons. Shout out to Coach Pease. Shout out to Rags.
Rags
the richest. Shout out to Coach Smith. Shout out to the defense, man. They shut out in the second half. You can't ask for more. Like, shout out to this victory.
So we're shouting out the victory.
Shout out to victory. I had to drink some victory.
That's how you do it.
Shout out to all the Falcon fans who showed up and showed out, and we got those damn 49ers fans up out of our goddamn stadium. We got them hit the road, Jack. Got the hell on. Bruh, they was out after that one play. They started walking, and I was like, bye. That's why my voice is going, because I was yelling, bye, so loud.
Damn.
Bye. I was doing
the ATL hose what took my voice.
ATL hose.
ATL behind the bench with the players turning around and seeing that and just getting like, they were like, they're all Smith and then they were like, they are lit right here. Even the camera came over there like, oh yeah,
camera.
That's how y'all gonna do. That's how y'all gonna do.
ATL ho. Yeah. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Hashtag ATL. Shout out to ATL ho. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We here, man. We here. We celebrating together. It's a great day. Big Dub Sunday. If you ain't done it yet, I need the hashtag in the chat before you hit out the door. If you like the content, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell your mama, tell your pappy, tell your bald-headed mammy. I don't know. Tell everybody. Hey, tell the dude who cut the grass. I tell Jack every time.
Gosh.
He cut my grass. He's kind of slack-lashing because he left a little bit over here. I told you.
Sheesh.
But I digress. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Yeah, this is our dub. We deserve it. We whooped their ass today, and can't nobody tell us different. Rise up.
Rise up, y'all. Chase tried to jump in tonight. He was on the way back to where he lives, so it's about a couple hours away. But Chase was with us today. Me, Chase, Bodie, and Boo Man. We was out there at the game. So one time for the fan really
showed up.
Saw everything from the fans to the stadium to the sideline to everything. So when I tell you that one time for the fans, doing the best we can to give y'all some good content here on the podcast. We really do mean it. So shout out to everybody who's in here tonight. Shout out to everybody who's subscribed to the channel, all the new subscribers too as well. Everybody who loves the podcast. We really appreciate y'all. And we'll see y'all back on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Shout out, to this dub. You got to feel good about it. You got to feel good. I got my homie's a Jets fan. Let me tell you how he feels. They're 4-2 right now. He told me, text me today. He was like, great win. He said, y'all should be 6-0. Y'all should be 5-1. He said, the NFL, they hoeing y'all out. But what he did say is, do you see how we don't listen to the papers and the media and stuff? Just go out there and play football. And even a Jets fan told me, it was like, y'all are playing really good right now. You know what I'm saying? So a 49er fan told me that too as well today. He was like, y'all playing some really good. Y'all playing playoff football right now, playing like that.
Yeah.
And if these are 49er fans telling you that, you know what I'm saying? So trust me, Falcon fans, get with the picture. This team wants to fight. This team wants to win. If you want this team to tank, if you want this team to lose, you need to go find a different team because it's not the team that we're seeing every Sunday. And I know it's a big task against the Bengals. If you come out there and you do what you're supposed to do, you could walk out of there, Paycor Stadium with a win. So shout out to the Falcons for getting ready to prepare against Cincinnati. We will be back on Wednesday at 8 p.m. talking Falcons football. And of course, we want you guys to join us. We got some special guests coming up soon, so we'll give you all the information to that too as well. It was good to have Bodie and everybody at the game today. We'll do it again shortly. I know sometimes people's working, everybody got to go different places and do different things, but you best believe that we're watching the Falcons every single week, every single day. So
we breaking news. You won't be able to work. Go to the next game because you'll be too busy parking cars.
Sheesh. God, not valet.
Oh man.
Well, somebody's going to park my car in Cincinnati on Friday morning, so that's the Marriott points.
Mm-hmm.
But Falcon fans, you already know how we end the show with our signature. One time for the Atlanta Falcons, one time for that big win today, one time for everybody in the chat, all the subscribers, content creators out here who's doing the best to uplift the fan base. One time for Bodie, Chase, Boo Man, Dez. I don't know where the Dez is, but one time for him.
One time for the doubters.
Gosh, one time for the doubters.
Hey, one time for that power rankings. One time for them. Shout out them power rankings. Y'all never fail us.
One time for the power rankings. For Bodie, Chase, Boo Man, everybody else, one time for the fan here. I'm your host, Jack Spade. You already know what to do. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. We'll see y'all on Wednesday, 8 p.m. One time for the fan. Y'all!
Check us out. Slit. One time.
Y'all! Damn! I hit y'all with another one. You didn't see that one coming. Gosh.